Alright, hey guys, welcome to the first tutorial in a series of tutorials on the basics of CAD and how to implement it into your first FTC team. Today we're just going to be going over installing CAD on your device, and the program we're going to be using is FTC Creo. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Alright, so the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to open up a new tab and search for First PTC. The first website that shows up should be the same thing, First PTC. You're going to click into there, scroll down until you find software and training resources, and then you're going to want to click on Creo, which should be the first option underneath there. That'll bring you to the school premium standalone license form. Under this, you're going to need to fill out your information on the right. And then on the left, you'll just notice some installation and system requirements. Make sure you do have at least those three things, two of them being computer like hardware and one of them being just a mouse that you're going to want. Don't try to do CAD with just a touchpad. It doesn't end up going well. But anyways, so go ahead, pause the video, fill out this information, and once you've done that, you'll click submit, and it'll bring up this page, the Creo K-12 Educator Standalone Download. You are going to scroll down until you find the Premium Standalone License section, and then go to the Standard Standalone License. Now this will open up a PDF that we're going to want to keep open for later. So the first thing, you're going to want to do in this PDF is, if you do not have an account or a PTC account, you're going to want to right-click here and click Open in New Tab on the Create an Account link. And this will bring you to a forum for an academic account. Just fill this out, click Create Account. I don't think it'll give you one of those email confirmations, but if it does, just go ahead and confirm your email for the account, and then you can close out of that. Once you've done that, or if you already have an account, you can go straight to the Download the PTC Creo 6.0 DVD image link. And this one will have a bunch of different downloads available. Now, if you notice on the PDF, this is for Creo 6.0. Yes, 7.0 is available, but it's not available for the school license or the first license. So we're going to be using 6.0. And the Help Center is not the most, I've never really dealt with the Help Center too much, and I don't really like the download managers. So I'm just going to go to Win64 DVD and go all the way to the right at the HTTPS option. You're just going to click that, and it should start a download for about a 4 GB compressed folder. Now, I already have this downloaded, so I'm not going to do that again, but go ahead, start that download, and once it's downloaded, go to your downloads folder, and you'll see it right here, the zipped folder, MED dash, and then a bunch of different characters. You're just going to right click there and click Extract All. That'll bring up another window. Now, it's going to default to extract right into your downloads. I'm not a big fan of extracting into the downloads folder, so instead I would go to your documents, and then I would do two things. First, I would create a new folder called PTC by just right clicking and going down to new, and then folder, and then make it PTC. Then go into the PTC folder, and the second thing is create another folder called Creo, just in case in the future if you download any of their other software, you have them all separated out. But inside of this, I would then select that folder, PTC Creo. Your line should look very similar to Documents PTC Creo. And then click Extract. Again, I've already done this, so I'm not going to do it again. But go ahead, start that extraction. And when you're done with extracting, you're going to want to go into your documents, go PTC, Creo, and then there's going to be 3 setup files pretty close to the bottom. A lot of people use the Setup Schools one since it's a school's license. I would not do that. Go to the setup option. Don't use a trial one either. Just go to setup, double click on that, or right click and click run as administrator. Might prompt you for the admin password, but then the PTC installation assistant will come up. Now, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to want to make sure that install new software is selected, and then you're going to click on next. The software agreement, just accept, and then check this box, and then click next. And then the simple license, and then the license identification, will show up. Now, if you've already had Creo products or PTC products on your computer, this will bring us back to step 2 really quick. So if you already have installed them on your computer, what you're going to want to really quickly do is go to your C drive and then go to Program Data, go to PTC, and then go to Creo. Not Creo, my bad. Licensing. Again, that's underneath your this PC. Then go to C drive, program data, PTC, licensing. You're going to want to either delete or move everything in this folder. There should only be one folder, and it should just be your license. So if you are installing new software, make sure that is not there anymore. I'm going to leave it there because, again, I've already installed the software. But then you can paste your license in here and then click Install Licensing. Now it'll then prompt you to log in with that account that we created earlier, so then log in, and then once you've done all that, it'll take probably 15 to 30 seconds to process, and then eventually it should say success right here, and then underneath status there should be an available, kind of like on my computer. Once you've done that, you can click next, and then you're going to bring up the application selection. Now mine looks a little bit different because I have already installed all the software. But the most important thing I would just check all the Creo products you can, but you need to absolutely have Creo Parametric, as that is the main CAD software that we're going to be using. MathCAD is optional, utilities are optional. I would say don't deselect anything, just select anything that you would also want, and make sure you at least have Creo Parametric. At this point, I would also recommend really quickly going under Customize. And with every single one of these, for me, except for Parametric, but for most of these, you can go into them, find the Shortcuts tab, and then uncheck Pin to Desktop. There's a lot of Creo products that when you install, there'll be like 6 or 7 desktop icons. So just to make sure that you don't, what's it called, like clutter your desktop, just go in all of these, maybe except for Parametric, but go in all of them and then go to Shortcuts and just uncheck the Pin from Desktop. I'm just going to do a few, but again, I'm not installing it today. And then you're going to click OK. I'm going to cancel though. Once you've done that, you're going to click install, and then it'll start the installation process. It will take a while, probably I would say maybe 5 minutes. All the bars need to load up. And once you're done with that, you can click on finish. So then once you've installed everything, you can go down, search for, I would start up Parametric. That is the main software we're going to be using. Hopefully it doesn't take too long to boot up. Oh, here we go. All right, and then 2 windows will always show up, just preemptively, just so you guys know. The first one that'll show up, which will be the top one, is going to be the Resource Center. Just closest. I haven't used it a whole bunch, and it's not very useful. But then everything should be fine and dandy, and here is your Creo Parametric Educational Edition. Now, if you have a small window that has a license error or anything, that means you probably didn't either clear out that license folder beforehand or you installed the wrong software. I know in the past, again, this is a 6.0 edition for the software. A lot of these steps will carry over to if the 7.0 comes available for schools. A lot of the same steps will carry over. So this tutorial will still be decent, but make sure you check which version this license is actually for. Make sure you download that version of Creo. Because I know in the past we've had a 2.0 license and we thought it would work for 6.0. It doesn't work that way. There's a few other errors that you might get, but they're a little bit more niche and situational. So if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments. But anyways, that's the tutorial. Thank you guys for tuning in. In the next tutorial, we're going to be going over the basics of sketching inside of Creo Parametric. Anyways, see ya.